Ever wonder why nature's waste is never wasted? Ever notice how a forest can have millions of inhabitants, yet still remain pristine? In a world where humans struggle to manage their waste, nature seems to have it all figured out. Yet why is that? Why does nature never fail to recycle, but we do? To answer this question, we first need to acknowledge that for centuries, anthropocentrism, or the belief that humans are the central and most significant entities in the universe, has shaped everything: our perspectives, policies, and actions. For the longest time, that has meant that all that exists in nature is ours for the taking, and ours to pollute. Yet as we confront the consequences of climate change, pollution, and biodiversity loss, it becomes increasingly apparent that this human-centric worldview is not only unsustainable, but that it is also at the very core of many environmental issues. As a way of escaping the traps of anthropocentric thought, in our quest to understand why nature excels at recycling while we humans struggle, we turn to the paradigm of posthumanism. Posthumanism challenges the entrenched anthropocentric mindset that has dominated our interactions with the environment. This theoretical framework urges us to move beyond the traditional human-centered perspective and consider the interconnectedness of all living beings, thus emphasizing the importance of acknowledging nature as an intricate web of relationships rather than a resource to exploit. By adopting a posthumanist lens, we can delve into the intricacies of ecosystems, recognizing that each organism, be it small or big, plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of nature. This perspective prompts us to question our own anthropocentric views about consumption, waste, and most importantly, our place in the universe. So join us as we navigate posthumanism and understand why nature never fails to recycle and how we can too learn from its timeless wisdom.
Okay, let's delve in and discuss post-humanist values of acknowledging agency of non-human entities. It involves understanding that these entities possess their own capabilities, desires, and behaviors. It means recognizing that animals, plants, ecosystems, and even inanimate elements can influence and shape their environment. This perspective challenges traditional human-centric views that these non-human entities are merely resources or objects that are used for human use and benefit only. This perspective actually emphasizes their autonomy, their ability to act and make their own decisions within their capacities. And this having this shift in perception would promote a more respectful and balanced relationship between humans and the natural world. Let's look at nature's recycling mechanisms through a posthumanist lens. Posthumanist perspectives reveal intrinsic efficiency and interconnectedness within ecosystems. Nature operates as a complex system where waste from one organism can be used as fuel for another. For example, decomposers such as bacteria break down organic matter, which reintroduces nutrients into the soil, and this nourishes plants to grow. This cyclical process shows nature's ability to recycle and regenerate itself without privileging human needs. From a non anthropocentric standpoint, it's essential to appreciate this recycling as it sustains life for organisms, highlighting the importance of preserving these cycles and recognizing the value beyond human utility. Let's look at a specific cycle, for example, the carbon cycle from a post-humanist angle. It would mean seeing the carbon cycle as a team effort. with more than just humans involved, like plants, the soil, oceans, all transferring and swapping carbon around in a very complex way. In this perspective, we can call the plants the carbon catchers because they take carbon dioxide from the air and use it to grow. And when things die, the decomposers step in and release carbon into the soil. This cycle doesn't revolve around humans. It just is just how nature keeps everything balanced. So I believe that post-humanism reminds us to appreciate every single player that's involved in any cycle. It's not just for our benefit, it's crucial for the health of the entire system.
As humans always prioritize themselves, human-centric recycling systems neglect the needs and impacts of non-human entities, perpetuating ecological imbalances. For example, marine life suffers severely from plastic pollution, which is caused by improper handling and insufficient recycling of plastic materials. Additionally, chemicals released during e-waste recycling pose a direct threat to wildlife, polluting habitats and disrupting the nature behaviors of countless species. To adopt a post-humanist approach to recycling, humans should do more research about the potential harm to the environment during the recycling process. Because the limited understanding of non-human environmental consequences contributes to insufficient recycling efforts, perpetuating ecological harm. After the research, we need to improve the process, which means solving the technological gaps. Inefficient technology hinders recycling progress, leading to inadequate waste management and environmental harm beyond expectation. Humans should make more effort to develop new technology or find other ways to improve the recycling process, thus decreasing the harm to the environment. Post-humanist critique calls for reassessment of recycling policies to prioritize environmental well-being beyond human-centric perspectives. In other words, humans must reduce their impact on the environment while rejecting the idea that human society must harmonize with nature to avoid economic recession. Also, more strict laws should be announced to avoid illegal pollution. In this way, nature can be protected from the origin and the process of recycling.
What we can learn from nature and how can we fix this? In nature, there is no waste and everything is a closed-loop system. The output of one process is input for another. This is seen in food chains, where decomposers break down dead organisms, returning nutrients to the soil for use by plants. We can mimic this by implementing the ideas of a circular economy, by designing products and systems that reuse material in continuous cycles, reducing the need for raw material and waste disposal. Post-humanism supports the transition to a circular economy. It challenges the linear take, make, disposal model, rather than viewing materials as disposable. The circular economy recognizes their interconnectedness and the importance of their continuous circulation. The goods for today becomes the resources for tomorrow. Mobility can serve as a good example. Car-sharing services like My Vehicles and WeGo enable fewer individuals to purchase personal vehicles. thereby diminishing the demand for raw materials. If the engine of a car is broken, repair becomes a viable option, or alternatively, the car's chassis and interior can be repurposed to create or refurbish another vehicle. When these components reach the end of their usable life, the metal, textile, and the plastic materials can be melted down and recycled to manufacture a new car. Sustainable businesses have embraced the post-humanist principles by implementing circular economy practices. They have introduced product take-back programs, upcycling and repurposing initiatives. Additionally, they have implemented innovative recycling technologies that recover valuable resources from waste streams. These practices aim to extend the lifespan of products and reintegrate materials into the production cycle. Let's consider product take-back programs. Many companies, such as electronics manufacturers, have established this program. They allow customers to return their old devices for proper recycling or refurbishment. By doing so, electronic waste is reduced and available materials are reused. Let's look like example, Nokia and Apple. Nokia and Apple are prime examples of companies that have embraced the post-humanist principles. Nokia has a product recycling program that encourages customers to recycle their old phones, while Apple is committed to environmental responsibility and provides information on recycling their products.
As our journey through posthumanism and recycling comes to an end, it's time to reflect on what we've learned so far. In essence, nature's flawless recycling systems could not be any more different than ours. While ecosystems effortlessly turn waste into resource, our efforts are marked by inefficiency and short-sightedness. The fundamental difference here lies in the approach. Nature operates on a holistic, cyclical basis, whereas human systems are linear and fragmented. Nature's intrinsic efficiency is a model of sustainability, one that we have long overlooked. In the natural world, there is actually no concept of waste. Everything is a part of a continuous cycle. This inherent wisdom of interconnectedness and balance is something that we desperately need to incorporate into our own systems.
The failure of our recycling practices reflects a broader issue, our anthropocentric worldview. Just think about it. By placing humans at the forefront, we have disrupted the delicate balance of ecosystems. Our linear consumption model not only generates immense waste, but also ignores interconnectedness of all life forms. The stark reality of our inefficient recycling systems, characterized by low recovery rates and unintended environmental harm, is a symptom of this deeper problem. However, there is hope. By learning from nature and adopting a post-humanist perspective, we can shift towards more sustainable practices. The concept of a circular economy offers a way forward. In this model, waste is minimized and materials are reused, mirroring the efficiency of the natural ecosystem. Companies adopting circular economy principles and post-humanist approaches show us the path forward. Product take-back programs and innovative recycling technologies demonstrate that sustainable practices are not only possible, but also profitable and practical.
To truly make a difference, we must adopt a holistic view of our place in the world and recognize that we are only one part of a larger ecosystem. It's not just about recycling more. It's about rethinking our relationship with the world around us. We must learn from nature's wisdom and embrace the interconnectedness and cyclical processes that sustain life on Earth. Only then can we hope to address the profound environmental challenges of today and create a sustainable future for all.